So I'm going to peel these eggshells. Hopefully this is going to work and the audio is going to be okay and you're going to be able to hear me and all that jazz. And if not, then you know that's just the way it is. We're trying. We are trying. And trying is the first step to failure, but it's also the first step to success. Because if you never try, you'll never fail. But if you never try, you'll also never succeed. And, you know, sometimes just having a bloody go. You've got to be prepared to fail on pretty much everything you try and do. But there's always a way. There is always a way. Now, I figured out last night that I could run the live off my other phone. By using the signal from that phone, run it. Oh, that made a bit of a boo-boo. That wasn't supposed to happen. It's taken half of the egg with it. But you know what? We'll roll with it. We'll be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Well, I say everything's going to be okay. It's not everything. Not everything's going to be okay. You know, you couldn't say that everything is going to be okay, but I think we'll be okay. So I am attempting to make Scotch eggs outdoors. I've done the eggs. They've been boiled. I've let them cool down a little bit. Probably not as cool as I'd like them, but I think we're good. I think we're good. Hopefully everyone can see what I'm doing. You don't need to see me as much, but you do need to see what it is that I'm doing. So we can move that out of the way now. Get some more fuel in here. Let the oil heat up, and then as the oil heats up, we're going to be preparing the meat, the sausage meat. Got some cheese. Yeah, because we've got to bring the heat on the oil. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to actually cook the Scotch eggs. Because we're going to kind of like fry them off, but it's going to be like a shallow fry. Well, that's the plan anyway. Who knows what's going to bloody happen. It could all go tits up. As it usually does. But, you know, the amount of things that have gone wrong today, and I'm still here having a go. So we'll let that do its thing. I'm going to actually just dry that out slightly with a bit of tissue. Because we're going to be putting oil into this, and hot oil and water are not friends. They are most definitely not friends. I'm going to move my thing out of the way so we don't burn that. And I'm going to get my oil in there. While the oil comes up to the temperature that we're going to need it at, we'll just get it all in there. The more the bloody merrier. And now it's going to crack another beer, I reckon. I've already supped one. Got to have a beer on the go. It is compulsory. Let's move that out of my way. While the oil comes up to the heat that we need, we're going to prepare the meat, which is here. We're going to be mixing in some cheese. What have I picked that up for? I don't need that. I need the glove that's in here. We're going to be adding some cheese and a load of seasoning. We've got black pepper, mixed herbs, chipotle flakes, won't hurt a bit. So just got some sausage meat in here. Now, I'm not sure how much I'm going to need, but I'm going to season all of it and then take back whatever I don't use. Hopefully you can hear me clear enough. This is being run off my main phone, but this is using the time-lapse phone on a hotspot. So the audio should be better, because the audio problem, I believe, always occurs with the t'other one. So we've got all of our mixed herbs in there and spices. I will leave a recipe as to what this has got in it, but for now I'm just going to chuck it all together. We've got the oil heating up right there, and we're going to create the sausage meat. Let's just get in there, get it all rubbed in. As Ainsley Harriott once said, give your meat a good rub. And we won't go into that at all. We'll just leave that as it is and say nothing else about it. But you want to mix in your meat, all your seasonings, needs to be getting right worked into that. You don't want any of it that's not got any. Now, if my mate Jim had turned up later, he could have actually had one of these. But again, it's just, you know, it's luck of the draw, isn't it? He rocked up. He was out on a ride. It was good to see him, as always. The chap that I went for a walk with last night. He doesn't want to be on camera, you see. He let me show a little clip of his bike though, which was cool. Can everybody hear me correctly? Is the sound good? That's what I'm like paranoid about, the sound being crap and everyone just listening anyway. Right, so that's all the sausage meat with pretty much mixed in. It looks nasty, right? I know. It probably is nasty. But, you know, it is one of those things. It's just like, is what it is. But that's the sausage meat. Let me get another glove on. What I should have done is put the other glove on earlier, because I need two hands, really. And what you do is you take a bit of your sausage meat that's got your cheese and everything mixed in. You flatten it out. You get your egg. And you just cover it with the meat, really. Kind of pat it around. Drop it on your shoe, which is standard practice for me. And then kind of just work it around so that it's all sealed. Kind of like that, look. That actually worked a lot better than I expected it was going to. Nice one. Thank you very much for letting me know, dude. Yes, Scotch eggs. Yep, Scotch eggs. That is what we're making. I'm going to attempt to make them anyway. Whether they work on the Trangia or not, it remains to be seen. But you got to have a go, you know. You just got to try. You can't let the fact that it might not work stop you from doing something, you know. You just got to have a flipping go. Get out of your comfort zone, you know. We all spend too much time being comfortable. So that's them. I mean, it looks like I'm going to be taking some of this sausage meat home with me as well, actually, because there is quite a bit left. But it's better to have enough. It's better to have too much than not enough. It looks like it might actually pee it down in a minute, so I'm glad I got this tarp up. Been sat under it for ages and it's just literally not rained. But you know for a fact that the second I take this down, it was going to pee it down. Okay, so there's the Scotch eggs there, look. I think I need to keep one glove on. I do have a spare. What I'll do is I'll turn it inside out in case I need to put it back on. But I do have a spare one. That's that. Oh, pig's bum. I didn't think this through. Yes, I did not think this through very well at all. I didn't sort the egg out, so we'll just do the egg. Because you're going to do like an egg based or an egg wash, is it called? I don't know what it's called. I don't pretend to know. But this is going to help the breadcrumbs stick to it. Now, what I'm going to put the breadcrumbs on, I'm not entirely sure. Would it work on that? And then just roll it around? Just patch that hole up there. I'm thinking we're reaching the temperature that we require. So what I'm going to do is just going to pop that to the side because I'm not actually ready yet. And I don't want it to just keep on doing what it's doing. So, need some breadcrumbs. I might be able to do it on this, you know. Oh, you know what? I'll just do it on this. I'll do it on the plate. No, because I need to eat off the plate. Damn it! Should have brought another container, shouldn't I? Right, we're gonna have to just do it off the lid here because I've got gamminess all over this hand. Like so. Give them a little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Let's pick it up, and then we should be a matter of just rolling it over this to get it all coated. Oh, I didn't egg wash it. I've screwed it up already. Although it's sticking all right, isn't it? I don't think you need an egg wash. Or do you need an egg wash after to give it its goldenness? Who knows? Who bloody knows? That looks all right, doesn't it? If I say so myself. Put some more of that on there. Get it all rolled in. How's everyone doing anyway? Everyone all right? Everyone out enjoying themselves today, hopefully? I have walked about 4.5 miles to get to this spot today, and I'm aiming for a 10-miler today, minimum, because I've got a walk coming up in the Peak District, and it's going to be bloody difficult, and I need to be ready physically and mentally. So getting the extra miles in is a must, really. I'm just covering it with the breadcrumbs now. Nice and simple. Doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be coated. I will keep this glove on for now. Where, oh where did I put that utensil? It's on here. Right, let's pop that back on the heat now, because I think we're ready to throw one in. Just need to find the groove. There we go. Let's drop a bit of this in, see what it does. Not a lot. I don't think that's hot enough just yet. So while we wait for that, we shall get some of the egg wash onto these, which I think just helps to give it a bit of a crusting. Why am I just fanning around when I can just dip it in? Do you know what I mean? Just get it in there, lad. Get it in there. Oops, daisy. No, that probably wasn't a good idea. No, that wasn't a good idea. Holy fucking shit. Did anyone see that? Oh my god. That just spit hot fat all over the bloody place. Bear with me. What the fluke was that? That was dangerous. Alright, let's see what occurs now. Crikey me. Where's my beer? It's spitting hot fat out at me. I don't think I'm doing the egg wash. I think that was a shit idea. Not to say that the egg wash is what caused the problem, because it most definitely won't be that. It wouldn't have caused it to spit all over the place, would it? Maybe just a bit of moisture's got in there somehow. I thought I'd washed the pan, to be fair, or wiped the pan out. to try and stop the moisture. I'm not even sure that that's hot enough now, you know. I think it needs more intense heat to actually allow it to cook. But I want it to be a bit further away from me. Because that shit went toink, spitting hot fat everywhere. I don't even know if it went on that, you know. And it's typical that I put the tarp up and it's not actually rained. We've had like literally a couple of sprinkles and that's it. It's quite a lot of effort for not getting, well, to stay dry when it's not raining, basically. But yeah, so I'm cooking some Scotch eggs, everybody. Let's give it a turn over. That don't look too good, does it? Can you even see it? In real look. Oh well, Rome wasn't built in a day. We'll give it a while, we'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to see if you can do it. But it's alright, I've got beer. Even if I go home hungry, at least I've had a couple of beers. In the woods. In the woods, and maybe the egg wash is hindering it from cooking. I'm not quite sure. Or maybe the Mini just can't kick out enough heat. What do you think? Because there's no way of eating these raw because, you know, you got the sausage meat which isn't cooked. So you'd need to make sure that they're cooked before you even attempt to eat any. Let's take this jacket off. Oh, my hands are cold, but I myself am quite warm. Well, we'll see what happens eventually, won't we? One way or another, we shall see. What's everybody else up to today? If anyone's local to me, there's something happening at Bramcote Park. Something called Hemlock Happening. I can smell that sausage meat cooking. Bloody hell. I don't like it. Well, that's getting a bit of a crust on it, that side. Can we put it up that way? Lean it on its side, maybe. Yeah, that's got a bit of a crust on it now. I'm not putting my face too close to that, but it's definitely gone solid. Yeah. Maybe you just needed a bit of patience. I don't like the fact that the flame's licking right around the outside though. But if I put the simmer ring on, unfortunately I reduce the amount of heat there is, which then slows down the cooking. Yes. It's catch-22. Slowly but surely, it is working. Now, it's not going to look like some perfect Scotch egg that you've just bought from the shop. That's for sure. It's going to look a bit gnarly. It's probably going to look like it's already been eaten. But you know, it'll be all right, I'm sure. But we are going to have to batch cook them because I can only fit one in at a time to be able to actually maneuver it correctly. If I put more than one in, I run the risk of it. You see, I won't be able to move them around enough. But that's looking all right. That's gone pretty crispy. Don't you think? It looks better than it did when it flipping went in the first time, that's for sure. I've got to double check that that one's actually recording, you know? No, it's bloody not. Absolutely typical. It's just not recorded any of what I've just done. Now, is that because it's doing something else? Or did it stop doing it because I'm using it as a doofer? So I'm using the other phone with a hotspot. So that's probably why you're actually able to hear me properly. I always struggle with audio from the other phone. Right then, so I have got some kitchen rolls somewhere, which I will use to put onto the plate that I'm going to transfer this to, so that it can soak up any excess grease. I think we'll go with 2 pieces, should be enough, shouldn't it? Let's move that out of the way a second. Let's get the old plate in. Let's see how that's looking now. Oh yes. Flipping Scotch egg, mate, in the woods. Oh, let's get another one in. Ooh, shit. That's rather violent, isn't it? I'm going to put the simmer ring on this because I don't quite trust how hot it is at the moment. And although we need it hot, I really don't trust that. I mean, it's not even really done a great deal, has it? And that one, actually, without the egg wash, cooked a lot better. You know what? I'm actually going to snuff the flame out because I think I don't even think you need the heat underneath it. Let's remove that. You know, the heat's at the point where it's not really needing any heat. It's just the fat's so hot, it's still cooking. What's up, Rupert? How you doing? I hope you're good, man. I'm cooking Scotch eggs in the woods. So that's not actually got any flame underneath it, and it's still cooking, which is marvellous. I mean, it is starting to cool a little now, but that was quite aggressive. I was not happy with that. But so far, we have one Scotch egg. You want to see it? I shall show you it in all of its glory. Look. the one Scotch egg that we have managed to do so far. There's another one on the way, but I just need to make sure that that sausage meat's cooked. This one with the egg wash took longer to brown off, but I suppose it's just a waiting game, isn't it? And that's now cooling down a bit too much. So we do need to actually put the flame back on, which is not a problem. We can do that. But I will put the simmering on it. Not that one though, because that one's flipping hot. Ow. I'm a professional. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just a dude who thinks he can and goes and makes it bloody well work. What's popping, everybody? How we doing? Yes, Tyskie. Now, I'm not really, I probably said it wrong, but I call it Tyskie, or is it Tiski? I don't know. But I don't really like lagers. The Polish know what they're flipping doing when they make a flipping lager. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I could drink a shed load of it. Oh, buzz off. Got a flipping wasp on the prow. Get gone, mate. I'm going to spray his ass. Get gone. There is nothing here for you, mate. Do one. Oh! You know, if anyone's walking around these woods thinking, what the flipping hell was that? It was a woodland gnome. Just some goblin in the woods cooking Scotch eggs. I will defend my Scotch eggs with my life. Why wasn't I about to touch that? We definitely need the heat, don't we? There's no two ways about it. We need the excess heat. So we're going to have to deal with the fact that it might just combust. Right. Oh, shit. That's on properly anyway. But we do have one Scotch egg so far. Not too bloody shabby. Okay, it doesn't look like a Scotch egg that you'd buy from the shop. But, you know, it doesn't matter, does it? It still needs to cool down quite a bit, though. What's everybody else up to today? Anyone else out and about? Doing anything? Got anything to do? I'm just sat in the middle of some woods, just chilling out. Let me show you. I'll show you where I am. Are we still there? Sorry about that. I pressed the flipping button on it. So I'm literally just in some woods. I've got my tarp set up over here. And I'm just cooking some Scotch eggs. Why, you may ask? The simple answer to that is because I bloody well can. Which I've proved because I have a Scotch egg in there. The egg of the Scotch. Now, I don't know what the origin of the Scotch egg is. I really don't, so I couldn't tell you. If I started chatting shit about it, I'd be lying. We've not had a drop of rain, and I've set my bloody tarp up, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. I'd rather have a tarp and not need it than need it and not have it. This is the rubbish that I've already collected from around here. Just some plastic bottles people have left. And while I'm at it, actually, is that all right? Yeah, that's doing all right over there. There was a sandwich wrapper that some twat had lobbed into the bushes here. So we'll have that as well. We'll do a live stream of me litter picking. How about that? I've already done some, and we'll do a bit more. Because you should always respect the woodland that you're in. You know, it's not even your land. So if you come here, you should bloody well respect it. And not be a tosspot, basically. I'm just going to add that to the pile. and may very well struggle to carry it all out because I don't actually have anything to put it into it. The origin of the Scotch egg is you need to drink 6 Tyskeys. Mate, if you've got another 4 Tyskeys, you come here now. I'll sort you a Scotch egg and you can sort me some beers out. Brilliant. Right, let's get back into it, see what's crack-a-lacking. Oh, you're over the wrong side now. I think we've moved the direction, haven't we? Just give me a sec. I've got to make sure that this is all right, and then I'll sort the camera out so you can see what's going on. I'm going to say that one's done, you know. Just give it a couple of minutes on that side there, because it's the sausage meat you've got to make sure that's cooked, isn't it? Because you don't want to be eating raw sausage meat in the woods. Oh, I think that's why I had the camera over there, you know, because that flipping bright light in the background, I don't even know what it's coming from. The sun's not even out. This one's spitting and popping and all sorts. See it? Right, that's number 2. That one looks a bit better actually, doesn't it? That one didn't have the egg wash on it. What I'm going to do now is, I know I keep doing it, but I'm going to put the simmer ring on temporarily, just to reduce the heat that's coming through it while we put it in, because just got to find the grooves. When you add it, the heat kicks off. Sorry, the oil kicks off, doesn't it? Like that. And then that is the last one. 3 Scotch eggs. I'll probably eat 2 of them myself, take some home for the kids to try. Maybe, if they're bloody lucky. I mean, 2 of them are doing their exams at the moment. And I said to them, I said, look, regardless of what your teachers say, don't worry about it. You're only going to be able to do what you can do in that day. You've spent your whole life at school building up to this point. All the things they've taught you leads up to this point. Don't worry about it. You've got it. Do you know what I mean? And at first they were stressed out, but then when they'd done a couple of them, they were like, you know what, Dad, you were right. You don't really need to worry about it, because a couple of the times my laddie was like, you know what, they gave me the most perfect question ever. It was like, I knew all the answers. It was something that we'd studied, and I was like, exactly, dude. You know, exactly. All that worry that the teachers distill in people, I think it's bad, mate. I really do. I don't think they should make them worry. Oh, it's really, really important. Yeah, it's important, but so is feeding your dog. You know, it's not something to fret about, is it? I don't know. I'm just waffling. You'll find that on this channel. I go for a walk. I talk shit. No, I don't talk shit. I chat shit. There's a difference. There's a fine line, but there's a bloody difference. Yeah, I just chat shit, go for a wander, cook some grub. Oh, look at that one. That is beautiful. Oh, my flipping goodness. Do you know what? I need a bit of a video of this doing it, don't I, actually? Let's grab this. Turn that off. Low storage. Oh, shit off, you shit. Oh! So I'm not even going to be able to actually do this little video that I wanted to do. Right, so the rest of the video is going to end up being done on that phone, because this has got low storage, which means I've kind of lost the ability to do the time lapse, because that phone was being used for time lapse, but that's sending the Wi-Fi signal, not Wi-Fi, hotspot signal to that, because the audio's crap on that, even though that's a newer phone. So how the flipping hell does that work? Tell me how the audio on a newer phone is worse than the older phone. I don't know. Maybe it's a conspiracy to make you buy a new phone, because that was my first thought. Buy a new phone. That'll solve the problem. I mean, I've got a iPhone 13 Pro. What the fuck was that? Something crawling up my leg. Excuse my language, sorry. I forget myself. But we're nearly done anyway. It was a success. Scotch eggs in the woods, mate. Who'd have thought it? The Trangia Mini. Flipping Scotch eggs, mate. I'm going to snuff the flame out because I think we're done with it. I don't think we need the flame anymore. I just need to find one of these that's not hot. For some reason I've got 3 of these with me today. Put that flame out. It can just go back up there. It's going to take a couple more minutes. Let's cut open the first one that we did. And let's have a look what we've got. I think that is what we should do, ladies and gentlemen. Savour the product. Crikey me, that looks alright, doesn't it? In fact, that bit's a bit better. Oh, yeah. So, it worked great. Let's get some black pepper on there, even though it's already had black pepper on it. We'll put a bit of brown sauce on it. We'll get some chili sauce on it, because I like spice. I like spice. I mean, even though it's got chipotle and stuff in the seasoning as well. Let's give it a go. It might still be piping hot. Nah, it looks right. Oh dear God. Bloody did it. I bloody did it. You know what? I'm going to eat all 3 of these, I reckon. And that is how you make Scotch eggs in the woods. Go tell your friends. If you've got any. If not, tell your dog. Or even a random stranger in the street. Just stop them and say, did you know you can cook Scotch eggs in the woods and nobody can stop you? And we are approaching the end of this video. That now is finished. I'm going to move the hot fat out of the way, as that really, really, really needs to cool down before we move it. I'm going to say bye to you wonderful people, and I'm going to go scoff some Scotch eggs. But I'm going to have to record it on this phone because that one's got no flipping, what do you call it, data left. Storage, sorry. Which sucks because most of that probably wasn't even recording. But that's life. You guys take it easy. Thanks for joining me. Scotch eggs in the flipping woods. Catch you later.